Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your leg. And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut for Khamzat. It's like 85 is really where he should have been all along.
Do you think it's different with Du Plessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits fucking hard, and he's a big, durable dude.
Is Khamzat going to be able to take me down? Absolutely. Absolutely, he'll be able to take me down. This is how a fight works. I would hope so. Isn't he like some Swedish champion or something? I would hope he could take me down. But then he has to deal with me on the ground, and he has to keep me there. Can I take Khamzat down? Absolutely. Am I going to take Khamzat down? Absolutely. I'm not scared of Khamzat wrestling. I'm not evading. I'm not trying to stay off the ground with Khamzat. That's the mistake everybody makes.
Is he good enough to defend the takedowns of Chimaev? Let's go further with it. Is he good enough to take Chimaev down? I've never seen Chimaev lose a stand-up fight. I want you to know good Drickus is at a stand-up fight. Do you believe that Chimaev can tackle this man? Chimaev has gotten on top of everybody with no exception.
The excitement and anticipation among fans continue to grow as we inch closer to UFC 319, where Dricus Du Plessis will face Khamzat Chimaev for the middleweight title. Joe Rogan fires up the fans by painting Khamzat as a terrifying force of nature, hinting that his move to a new weight class could unleash an even scarier version of him. He teases that despite past struggles, Khamzat might now be on a path to absolute dominance, and everyone should be watching closely.
Khamzat's a freak, man. Especially at 170.
Dude, but he can't make the weight. He's too unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined. Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still fucking kept going like that guy never stopped coming.
Joe Rogan sparks massive excitement by hinting that fans haven't even seen Khamzat's true form yet. He suggests that at this new weight, Khamzat might finally reach his ultimate potential, a version so dangerous that no one in the division is safe.
Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your leg. And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut for Khamzat. It's like 85 is really where he should have been all along.
Joe Rogan further hypes up the potential clash by acknowledging the skills of DDP as well. He teases that Dricus might be strong and dangerous, but questions if anyone can survive Khamzat's relentless ground game, leaving fans eager to see who really comes out on top.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits fucking hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan has also officially joined Khamzat Chimaev's training camp to help him get ready for the epic clash against Dricus Du Plessis. Arman's decision to join Khamzat's camp signals a major power move that could change everything. By teaming up, they're creating a dangerous alliance that promises to sharpen Khamzat's game to the highest level. This new partnership suggests Khamzat might be coming into this fight more unstoppable than ever. Arman Tsarukyan also reveals the brutal reality of stepping into Khamzat's world, describing a training atmosphere that pushes fighters past every limit. He shows that this isn't just preparation, it's a battlefield where only the toughest make it out stronger, ready to dominate anyone in their way.
How is it training with Khamzat? I mean, obviously there's so many stories about what that guy's capable of in the gym going back for about 10 years. What is it like for you to get in there and roll with him?
I mean, Khamzat, he's a tough guy, and he doesn't care if you're lighter than him, more than 25 pounds. He just go hard with everybody, and it's good. It's good for me, you know. I get a lot of like experience, and I feel like if I can wrestle with him, I can wrestle with anybody, you know.
I would think so, man. And he's probably weighing what when he comes in? You said 25 pounds. Is that about how much he weighs more than you when you guys go?
He's like 205, something like that.
Kamaru Usman has also sounded the alarm about just how dangerous Khamzat Chimaev really is. He points out that underestimating Khamzat has already backfired before, and warns that his mix of power and talent makes him a real nightmare for anyone at 185. For Usman, this is a fighter who could shake up the entire division and grab the belt before people even see it coming.
Who do you see taking the belt at 185?
At 185? Listen, I told you guys, don't sleep on Khamzat.
When he was fighting Robert Whittaker, everyone said, oh yeah, Whittaker's gonna get him. Hey, don't sleep on him. Khamzat's extremely talented, extremely strong. He can shock anyone.
Kamaru Usman highlights this clash as one of the biggest can't-miss moments of the year. He believes both fighters bring unmatched toughness and sees it as a true battle between two warriors at their peak. For Usman, this showdown is set to deliver non-stop action and could go down as an instant classic.
Khamzat Chimaev, an incredible fighter, very, very, very tough fighter. You know, has been hit with a few tests. Obviously, you know, myself, obviously Burns. So, and he's passed. So, I'm excited to see how that fight goes with himself and Dricus du Plessis. I think that's a phenomenal fight. Both guys tough, extremely tough. So, that's one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most this year.
Kamaru Usman shines a light on the true spirit of the fight game, showing deep respect for Dricus du Plessis and the path he took to the top. He believes every champion deserves recognition for the battles they've fought and the risks they've taken. For Usman, this matchup isn't just about hype, it's about honoring the warriors who put everything on the line to prove they belong at the very top.
Dricus du Plessis, you can't sleep on him as well. He's the champion for a reason, taking out 3 champions back to back to back. So hey, respect to all those guys. I respect every one of these fighters. You know, I know people at home were spectators and were fans, and they like to just kind of talk, oh, he had a bad performance, he had a boring one. But hey, you have to respect each and every one of these guys that's willing to get in here, you know, in little bitty gloves and damn near underwear and bare their soul in here. So you have to respect that.
Kamaru Usman further breaks down the matchup and highlights Chimaev's unmatched control and raw strength, but hints that Dricus might be the puzzle no one has solved yet. He believes this battle isn't just about power, it's about who can adapt and find a way when the stakes are at their highest.
Khamzat Chimaev on your back round 1 is not easy to get off.
And then he was able to sink that in, and that goes to show how strong of a squeeze this freaking dude had.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus du Plessis? Because I will say this.
1000%.
On the contrary, Robert Whittaker backs DDP to end Khamzat's win streak. Whittaker sets the stage for a true test of grit and survival, hinting that this fight could turn into a dramatic back and forth war. He sees it as a battle where every moment counts, and one fighter's ability to rise again might flip the entire story. For Whittaker, this is the kind of fight that proves who really belongs at the top. On the other hand, Dricus du Plessis hints at a showdown where brute force might finally overpower raw aggression. He suggests he's built differently, ready to outlast and crush anyone who dares to stand in front of him. This could be the moment he proves he's on a whole different level.
The Khamzat fight's what I want. I want to take his there's not even a doubt in my mind. Khamzat is a strong guy, but I know for a fact that he's never felt like this. In this case, he has a gun and I have a tank when it comes to his strength. There's not a middleweight that's going to overpower. It's not going to happen. Once it goes past round 2, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Khamzat Chimaev also sparks curiosity about Dricus du Plessis' true level, wondering if he can handle the kind of relentless grappling pressure that's coming his way. He points out that the toughest challenges might still be ahead, leaving people wondering if Dricus can really stand up to the highest level.
Wanted to get your thoughts on Dricus as a champion, his run so far, and what do you make of his grappling?
What do you think, guys? How I done with this guy, Rob? How he done? Rob took him down. So if Rob took him down, so there is salam alaikum.
However, Dricus du Plessis highlights the importance of being a complete fighter, showing respect to his rivals while making it clear that one-dimensional skills won't be enough. He believes true greatness comes from mastering every part of the game, setting the stage for a clash where only the most well-rounded will survive.
His wrestling is world class. It's phenomenal. It's, you know, but so is Israel Adesanya's striking, right? And so is Sean Strickland's boxing, world class. Adesanya's striking, world class. His kickboxing record speaks for itself. This is not striking, this is not wrestling, this is not grappling, this is MMA.
Dricus du Plessis lays out his mission to claim the top spot in history, showing that respect doesn't mean fire. He believes true greatness is proven against the best, and he's ready to crush anyone's momentum to get there. He makes it clear that when the cage door closes, no one will stop him from showing who really rules.
Yes, I do think his wrestling is phenomenal. But when the night comes, it's not about teaching him a lesson. It's about proving once again that I will be the greatest of all time and doing whatever I have to prove that. Because yes, I know his wrestling is great. It is 100%. He's proven that. I mean, look at his performances. But you're only as good as your opponent lets you. And I won't let you look good. I can let you look good, but I can't let you win, unfortunately.
Dricus du Plessis makes it clear that this won't be an ordinary fight. He believes Khamzat is about to face a level of all-around skill he's never experienced before. With everything on the line, Dricus is confident that this battle will expose who truly belongs at the top.
Khamzat is an incredible fighter. Nobody has been able to beat him, but he hasn't fought anybody of note other than Robert Whittaker. That is it. This is not a grappling competition. I am not the best grappler, wrestler, or striker. When we mix it all up, I am. That's why I have this. He couldn't even get a title at welterweight. Now he wants to come to middleweight. Great, let's go.
Meanwhile, Movsar Evloev sees this fight as a showcase of pure dominance, where one fighter's unmatched skill set might overwhelm everything in front of him. He's expecting a statement performance that could shake up the whole division and leave no doubts about who truly rules the cage.
Who do you think wins that fight between DDP and Khamzat?
I don't think that du Plessis is wrestling even close to Khamzat. When we watch fight with Whittaker, he just take him down and he just like break him. So nobody did this against Whittaker before. And Khamzat still have big power of punching, right? He can just turn off your light by one punch.
Yeah, but DDP looked crazy strong and big in his last fight against Sean Strickland. Khamzat's not a really big 185er. He's got to be like 190 pounds fighting at 185. He's cutting to 5 pounds.
He even bigger than du Plessis. Yeah.
No way.
Of course he is, bro. He's big. He's big and strong as hell. Yeah. I don't know how much it's in pounds, but he more than 100 kg.
UFC legend Daniel Cormier teases a must-watch war, hinting that this fight could flip all the old predictions upside down. He suggests there's a secret to getting under Khamzat's skin and hints that Dricus might have the awkward, unexpected tools to shock everyone. Fans are left wondering, is this the fight where Khamzat finally gets pushed to the edge?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight, and you're right. You want to piss off Khamzat, call him scared. You want to make Chimaev mad, call him afraid of anything, and he'll come at you like a bat out of hell. I think it's a great fight. I think Dricus's awkward ability and his ability to create different angles to make you not recognize what you're seeing makes it a much tougher fight than most people may anticipate. Couple fights ago, everybody would have thought Khamzat would just run through Dricus du Plessis. But if you today feel that way, you're out of your mind. If you today can openly say Khamzat Chimaev is just going to run through Dricus du Plessis and is not going to be competitive, you have no idea what mixed martial arts is. This is going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a good fight.
Daniel Cormier hints at a fiery showdown fueled by real tension, saying that this fight won't just be about skills, it'll be personal. He suggests the clash of styles and strong personalities will turn this into a wild spectacle, leaving fans counting down the days to see who breaks first.
And I think that these two guys, we know that these two guys don't like each other. We don't have the backdrop of them training prior like Strickland and Khamzat had, but you can tell they don't like each other. They are so completely different. And I think in that different is going to make for not only a good fight, but also a very fun build-up to the fight.
Furthermore, UFC former champion Chael Sonnen highlights just how unpredictable and explosive this matchup could be, pointing out that neither fighter will have an easy night. He sees this as a battle that perfectly represents the new thrilling era of middleweight wars. For Sonnen, this fight is a true showcase of how deep and dangerous the division has become.
I mean, this isn't a simple fight where you go, well, go out and take him down. It's like, yeah, good luck. Go out and take him down. Yes, true. And then you got to hold him there once you do it. Oh, and by the way, nobody else has taken down and held Dricus there. Like, this fight is starting to look different. The entire division is starting to look different. There's never been a time that 185 pounds has had such a spotlight on it. I'm watching this guy, Kyle Barrow, myself. I'm thinking this guy might quietly be the real assassin of that division, but that's not easy to say. I think Bo Nickel go all the way to the top. And I think that DeRinner is greatly underrated. And I don't think Sean Strickland is ready to move on just yet. Like, 185 is a really exciting proposition.
Chael Sonnen looks at this fight as a wild ride where anything can happen from the very first second. He believes one sudden move could change the entire story, turning it into a chaotic battle or a quick finish. For him, this is the kind of showdown that keeps everyone guessing until the final bell.
Is it a surprise that Chimaev is a favorite? No, I would expect him to be. But I also feel as though if I were predicting this today, I would lean Chimaev. As long as you didn't ask me a follow-up question. Like, if I told you, hey, I think Chimaev's going to beat Dricus, okay, great. If we all get up and walk out of the room, we're fine. The problem is if you're going to ask me how. How is he going to beat him? Because I am not fully confident that Chimaev can take him down at will. I'm not fully confident he can keep him there. We're going to know in the very first round. If Dricus gets taken down in the first round, things are going to unravel very quickly. But if he can defend a takedown for the entire first 5 minutes, it's only going to get easier to stay on your feet after that. It's an exciting match. I would expect Chimaev to be the favorite. And he is.
TJ Dillashaw also looks at this matchup as a battle of endurance just as much as skill. He sees it turning into a brutal grind where only the fighter with the deepest gas tank will survive.
How are you going to train Khamzat Chimaev to beat DDP?
Cardio. I just don't think he has the gas tank. If he doesn't finish DDP, doing it. Because he's good. He's strong. His grappling's better. He's got good technical striking. I would put a lot more money on Chimaev if he trains the right way for his cardio. If he doesn't train his cardio the right way, I think it's going to be hard for him to put DDP away, and DDP's going to get him in the later rounds and gas him out. DDP ain't going to get tired.
However, Sean Strickland unleashes a fiery attack, questioning Khamzat's toughness and calling out his character in a way few dare to do. He's out to prove that beyond the highlight reels, there's a whole different story waiting to be exposed.
So Chimaev can grapple, but he's kind of like a weak man from somebody who's trained with him. Like, he's usually tough for like one round. And then the moment like you shut him down, the little Chechen comes out in him. He starts like, where's my dictator daddy at? I gotta save him.
Did you say that to him?
Oh yeah, no, he's a cunt, dude. Like, no, like, dude, Chimaev's it's like you're talking to like just a retard, you know? It's like he doesn't speak like human. I think he's just such an
English is his second.
But no, I think he's just such like an insecure man that like maybe he's stupid. I don't know. But yeah, no. I mean, he's just another phony Muslim. But I mean, like, again, dude, I can't even stand Chimaev, bro. Like, Chimaev is like the definition of a weak man. Like, such a Chechen whore.
On the other hand, Alexander Gustafsson points to a huge difference in pure grappling levels that could decide everything on fight night. He believes Khamzat's technical edge makes him a nightmare matchup, no matter the size difference. For Gustafsson, this is where true skill might completely overpower raw strength.
You're like 2-3 weight classes above him. How strong is he? Because I've seen like he's a good training partner for you.
Yeah, no, he's very natural, strong, you know, and he has very strong genes, and he just comes with raw power, you know. All his power just comes from nature, you know.
Just natural.
Right? Natural, yeah. So guys, to get the full All-Stars experience,
Demetrius Johnson also shares his perspective on this massive title clash, focusing on the mental and physical battles that could decide everything. He points out that strategy and conditioning might play an even bigger role than raw power, setting up a fight where every second could change the outcome.
This is my hot take. If Chimaev cannot get him down,
he will. But yeah.
But let's say he does get him down.
Yep.
And he doesn't finish him, right? I think he's spent. Because you look at his fights. You look when he fought Gilbert Burns, when he fought Kamaru Usman. He had Kamaru Usman fully mounted, back hooks and everything, right?
Yep.
Working for the choke, pounding him, could not finish him.
Couldn't get him.
The rest of the time, he could not find it was shadow boxer. Granted, he might be sick or whatever.
Yep.
But if he cannot figure it out within those first 2 rounds or the first round he gets him down, I think DDP is gonna do what he does best.
Yep.
He's gonna be awkward. He's gonna be do the kicks, and I think DDP is gonna beat him.
Yeah,
like
I could see it.
I think Khamzat Chimaev is more athletic, more traditional, but I think that awkwardness of the old what did he say? The lanky man style.
Yep.
I think DDP is gonna put in the bag.
Meanwhile, the new lightweight champ Ilia Topuria shows love for both warriors while making it clear that this matchup is pure fireworks. He believes their clash will be a must-see moment that could define a new era in the division. For him, it's all about witnessing greatness collide at the highest level.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a f***ing beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's gonna be a very excited fight. I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck.
Caio Borralho, who is set to face Nassourdine Imavov at UFC Paris, warns that facing Khamzat Chimaev is a whole different game, far beyond ordinary wrestling. He believes only a fighter who truly understands every layer of Khamzat's wild style stands a chance. According to him, this could be the moment where du Plessis realizes just how dangerous and unique Khamzat really is.
Khamzat fighting against Dricus. Who do you think he wins?
I think Khamzat is gonna win because I don't see anyone preparing properly for Khamzat. They are bringing wrestlers to train them to defend takedowns and all that, but Khamzat doesn't do the normal stuff. Khamzat doesn't do wrestling. He does MMA wrestling. It's different. You need to understand his system, what he wants next. You need to understand this first, and then you start to prepare for him. And I think Khamzat is gonna win for me.
Darren Till also backs Khamzat Chimaev in a big way, showing full belief that his friend is simply on another level. He sees Khamzat's focus and raw power as unstoppable forces and hints at future plans that could make their partnership even stronger.
You think he beats Khamzat, your boy?
No, look, with respect, I'm never going to look past Dricus because he trains hard, he's super dedicated, he's super strong, and he's got that awkward style that doesn't make any sense. I think Khamzat will beat him inside the 2 rounds. I really do believe that. But look, Khamzat knows. I was speaking to Khamzat on the FaceTime the other day because I'm meant to be going out to Dubai to help with the camp. Khamzat knows it's a tough fight, but Khamzat trains like a beast. I do think Khamzat gets it in 2 rounds done.
Moreover, Michael Chiesa thinks this matchup will come down to mental toughness and smart strategy. He believes Dricus has what it takes to stay calm under pressure and turn the fight in his favor when the moment is right. Chiesa sees it as a battle of willpower, not just punches and takedowns.
Man, I think that it goes to Dricus. I think Dricus, we've all kind of criticized him for, I just got to say it as it is. We've all criticized Dricus for having these sloppy fights, but that last Sean Strickland fight, he looked a lot more polished. He fought a completely different game plan. He used all of his weapons very well. And, Chimaev's a sprinter, and nobody's going to beat Chimaev in a sprint. But if he can't put you away in the sprint, it's going to go to the person that can run a marathon. And Dricus du Plessis has shown he can fight 25 minutes very, very hard. You give Kamaru Usman 2 more rounds in that Chimaev fight, I think he wins it. So as long as Dricus cannot get put away by the sprint from Khamzat Chimaev and take him into deep water, Dricus gets the job done.
Similarly, Yoel Romero sees this fight as a razor-close battle, but believes Khamzat's world-class wrestling could be the deciding weapon. He views Khamzat's ability to control top-level opponents as something that sets him apart. For Romero, this is the kind of fight where one fighter's special skill might completely tilt the scales.
Who do you think wins between him and Khamzat? Who would you pick in that fight? It's a hard one, isn't it?
It's very difficult, but 16-40 chance. 16% for Chimaev and 40% for du Plessis. Yeah, that's a way.
So you think Chimaev? You're kind of slightly leaning towards Chimaev.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think?
Wrestling. The wrestling for Chimaev right now is very, very dangerous. Yes, I see the move where he make it We take a Robert fight is another level. It's an Olympic level.
However, Bo Nickel makes it clear that grappling is taking over the fight game. He believes that a strong wrestling base is the ultimate weapon, and he's convinced that Khamzat's style will be nearly impossible to stop. This could be a turning point, showing why the new era of MMA is ruled by dominant grapplers.
I would, just based on the styles, I just think that the grappling style, I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I think the grappling style is so hard to beat, and it's so hard to defend against. And I guess if you look at it from a analytical point of view, you have so many. It's really become the dominant force in the sport. You got Marab, you got Islam, you got Bilal, you got Khamzat. You even have you can even look at Topuria. Obviously, people know he's more of a boxing style, and he does a lot more striking, but his background is wrestling. He did that before anything else. And so it's really wrestlers that are dominating, grapplers that are dominating the sport right now. And so I think that I would give the edge to Khamzat.
Bo Nickel breaks down the fight as a true battle of endurance versus dominance. He believes that if it turns into a long war, Dricus might find a path to victory, but in the end, he sees Khamzat's relentless wrestling as the ultimate weapon that could shut everything down before it even gets there.
But we still have yet to see Khamzat ever fight a fourth and a fifth round. We've seen that from DDP, and so that's where he would have the advantage. If it goes deep, fourth and fifth round, I think that DDP might be able to pull it out, but all in all, I think the grappling style is definitely an overwhelming style to try to deal with.
So what are your thoughts about this much awaited matchup? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.